Hi everyone, welcome for this new episode of Absolute Alignment with Christelle when success feels easy. As every first and third Friday of the month, we are here for another live episode. So welcome if you are joining us live and a special welcome to our VIP audience that is in the studio right now with us, watching us recording this episode. And after the show, we will go with them in a breakout room for Q&A session and live coaching with me and with my guests. So if you're interested in being in our next live studio audience, we'll have the link available for you to save your seat. So thank you again for being with us today on this new amazing episode. The topic of the show today is claim your God given abundance. Claim your God given abundance. You have probably heard that already. We are born to be abundant. Abundance, wealth, success, it's our birthright. But for some reason, many female entrepreneurs, especially, are struggling to really feel abundant, feel like they have it all in life, like they are successful in their businesses, successful in their relationship, successful in any area of their lives. It feels like sometimes women have to choose, they have to sacrifice something. And it doesn't really feel like abundance when you have to leave some things to choose among what is available. Everything is available and everything is there for us. But why are we struggling so much? Why are we having such a hard time to make it happen, to create an abundant life for ourselves? That's a great question. When you become an entrepreneur, basically the story is kind of the same. You want freedom, it can be financial freedom, it can be time freedom. You want a certain lifestyle. That's why you jump into entrepreneurship because you want actually to be limitless. But female entrepreneurs, again, have a hard time to crack the code of six figures in their businesses. And sometimes when they do, they have to sacrifice their health. That's why many of them are burnt out. They have to sacrifice their relationships. They have to sacrifice the time with their kids. And it's really hard to feel abundant that way. When we know the truth, which is we are born to be abundant, why are we struggling so much? Why are we having a hard time, especially as women, to figure out a way to have it all? Sometimes it feels a little bit easier for men, but for women, it's a challenge, a constant challenge. Always having that conversation of, can I have it all? What do I have to leave behind? What do I have to sacrifice? It has to be this or that. It can't be all of it. I can't have it all. But is it true? That's not the truth. We ended up in that conversation because the world made us feel that way. They told us what a woman should look like, what our life should look like. So we have to be a certain way to be accepted. We have to, our lives need to look a certain way to be a good woman, a good mother, a good wife. If we do not fit in that box, we have all the judgment, and it's hard. It's hard to handle the judgment. Sometimes even when people don't say anything, just the way they look at you, you feel the judgment already. You feel judged, and you want to be liked. You want to be accepted. That's a human need. We want to be loved by, our community, our family, our peers. So we do all it takes to get that love, to get their approval and their support and their respect, but to the expense of what? Of our own freedom, of our own joy, or everything we can achieve in this life. This is what we are here to do, have a limitless human experience. We are divine beings having a human experience, and the divine has no limit. Abundance is not just your birthright, it's your way of being. There is no other way than being abundant. God or the universe, whatever name feels good to you, has no limit. Abundance is just the way we should be. Shouldn't be an option. That's what we are here to experience. A limitless human experience. That's what we are here for. So On this show today, we are going to go a little bit deeper. I have a guest, an amazing lady that will give you few tools to allow you to help you in that journey of experiencing that limitless human life and being abundant in your business, in your relationship, in your life. The tools she will share with you today will really help you in that journey. So we are going to take a quick break and then we are going to come back for the second part of this show where I will have my guests come with me and share with you all the tools. And after that, as I mentioned at the beginning of this show, we are going to go on a breakout room with our VIP audience for them to ask their questions and get live, coaching from the guests and from myself. And if you are willing, if you are interested in being in the next VIP audience, please use the link that we share with you during this show and be with us next time we record this episode. So don't leave yet. We are going to be here back after the break for the second part of this episode. See you. Welcome back for this episode of Absolute Alignment with Christelle when success feels easy. We are here every first and third Friday of the month, 1:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And today, a special welcome to our VIP audience that is live with us in the studio while we are recording this show. And we'll go with them in a breakout room after the session for them to have the opportunity to ask questions and get live coaching from me and from my guest today. If you're interested, if you want to be one of our VIP audience next time, please use the link that we share on this show for you to save your seat and be with us in the studio and get your questions answered. So, welcome back. My name is Christelle Biiga, your host, and I will have with me on this second part of the episode today, which is titled Claim Your God Given Abundance. I will invite my guest, Gloria Grace Rand. She will come with me right now to share with you all the tools that she has available for you to help you in your journey of creating the abundant life you are meant to live. So, Gloria, welcome.
Thank you so much, Christelle. I really appreciate you having me on today to talk about this awesome subject.
Thank you for being here, Gloria. So, you want to introduce yourself and share with us your amazing knowledge?
Absolutely, I'd be happy to. So, as Christelle said, I am Gloria Grace Rand, and I share messages from the heart as an author, transformational coach, host of the Live, Love, Engage podcast, and a light language channel. And for the last 10 plus years, actually, business owners came to me to hire me to actually write content for their websites to help them to attract, engage, and convert prospects into clients. And I would go out and promote my business online at networking meetings when we were having them offline and through in person presentations and radio shows and podcasts like this one. But all the while that I was doing that, I was hiding my true self. I was hiding my divine nature. And as a result, I wasn't as successful in business or even in my personal life as I wanted to be. And I had a scarcity mindset instead of an abundance mindset. And it was really because deep down, I didn't believe I was worthy to be success. And the shift that came for me happened when my sister was diagnosed with cancer. And in fact, in particular, about a couple of months before she transitioned, I received a message from God, what I like to call my divine download. And that was to write a book about love. And my first reaction was, that's crazy. I talk about online marketing. Where is this coming from? And it took a little while before I was really able to embrace that concept, especially because I wound up losing my sister. And so it took me a couple of years of grieving that before I was able to start writing the book. But as I got into that process, it really became clear to me why God gave me that message. It was because I needed to learn for myself what I was teaching in the book so that I could love myself as I am and begin to claim my God given abundance. See, as Christelle says, I also believe that God wants us to be happy and joyful and abundant. And I believe that the way to do that is to really be in alignment with our higher selves. And that requires loving ourselves unconditionally because the only way we can even love others is to be able to love ourselves first. So, in my book that I did finally finish writing, it's called Live, Love, Engage. I share 4 practices that are based on the word love to help you to claim your God given abundance. And I'm going to share those with you now. So, love, as it turned out, is an acronym. So, the L in love stands for let go and let God. And this is really about letting go of those limiting beliefs that so many of us have, like that I'm not worthy or I'm not enough, and really letting God into your life, your higher power, however you refer to it, but knowing that there is that inner self, that higher self, that part of you that is always there for you. And all you have to do is ask, just claim, frankly, that God given abundance. It is there for you. Now, the O stands for open your heart to receive. When I first got that message, I didn't really know what I was supposed to receive exactly, but in writing the book, I realized that it was to receive love. But love comes in many different forms. It could be a compliment, you know, a someone could say, oh, I really like that dress you're wearing, or a client could tell you that, I really like that work that you did for yourself. But oftentimes, especially women, we tend to like brush off those compliments. We don't receive them. We just say, oh, oh, this old dress, or oh, that was really easy for me to do. But what we're doing when we're doing that is we're actually rejecting that person. We're rejecting their love that they are sending us in the form of words. And another thing that we need to open our heart to receive is money. I mean, money is the concrete form of abundance. And in my book, I share a story about my sister who was a massage therapist. And she called me one day because she had a client who wanted to give her a huge holiday bonus. And my sister was really conflicted about it because, frankly, she thought it was too much money and she didn't really feel that she should accept it. And that's because down deep, my sister didn't really value her own worth, even though she was a talented massage therapist. Because clearly that's why the client wanted to give her money. And that brings me to letter V. The V in love stands for value your uniqueness. It's to love yourself really means to value those gifts and talents and the knowledge and experience that you have so that you can let other people know about it. Because if you keep it a secret, how is anybody going to know? And again, this is one thing that, I think men, God bless them, or what, they're it's a lot easier for them to sort of toot their own horn. But women, sometimes we feel like, oh, we shouldn't brag about ourselves. And you don't want to be, really obnoxious, but you can really concretely state that, yes, I am good at what I do, and I know I can help you. And people, they want to have what you have to offer, but you've got to be able to tell them. So you've got to be able to value what you have to offer. And again, I don't think God would have given us these things and would have given us a talent or a particular gift or something if God didn't want us to show up in the world with that. God wants us to shine our light so that other people will receive it and then be able to then share their abundance with us. And finally, the E in love stands for embrace your divinity. It really is about recognizing that you are a child of God and you are worthy because you exist, because you are breathing. So love yourself as you are right now. We are human as well as being a spiritual being, and we are going to make mistakes, and it's okay. We're here to learn and to grow on this journey of life. And yeah, things are going to happen, but as long as you learn from it, you can still love yourself as you are right now. And when people see that, when they see that you really do love yourself and are willing to then shine your light in the world, it's going to make it that much easier for them to be able to reflect that back to you. They're going to feel more comfortable about themselves, and they will be able to, start to feel that way and share their love. And not only that, you'll be able to attract the people you're meant to work with, or you're going to be able to attract new friends or significant others in your life, because again, you can't really love others the way they want to be loved until you can love yourself first. That's a hard lesson that I had to learn, but it really helped me tremendously to be able to do that. So remember that, God is there for you. That God-given abundance is there for the taking. All you got to do is ask for it. So it just takes a little faith, a little trust, and just a whole lot of love.
That's beautiful, and I love that conversation because sometimes I share that with my friends. Like
Hmm.
people reflect on you what you think about yourself, and it's
Hmm.
a hard conversation for people to get their head around. But
Yeah.
what you shared about what you fully love yourself, when you love all about you, it's easier for other people to reflect that back.
Hmm.
And it's just all about energy, right? People feel energy. We think people hear what we say or look at what we do, but more, bigger than that, they feel your energy. So if
Oh,
there's
abs.
a part of you that is judging you yourself for something, or
Hmm.
beating yourself up for something, how many times people if you will hear people, will make something, oh stupid, what were you thinking?
Yep.
Always
Oh, yeah.
beating yourself up, saying those negative things. Sometimes we
Mm.
don't even realize we are saying them anymore because we say it so much,
Hmm.
calling ourselves names
Yeah.
like it's okay because it's us, it's just me. I can call myself names. We can't, sometimes we're very careful when we want to talk to other people. We pay attention to what we tell them. We don't call
Hmm.
them names
Yeah.
unless we are really a jerk, but we don't do that. And for ourselves, we think it's okay. Oh,
I know.
stupid,
Yeah,
right?
I know. Right.
How,
Yeah,
how,
exactly.
how dumb was that? We say those things to ourselves, and that's not love.
No.
Those attitudes just show what we really subconsciously think about ourselves. And people will feel that energy and treat us like that, and we wonder, why are people acting this way with me? They just react to your energy.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I used to wonder why I would be attracting, really like needy people or people who did have like low self-esteem. Well, it's because I had low self-esteem. So it was we were resonating on that same frequency. And so you really do have to start embodying, who it is that you want to be in the world. And it's not exactly faking it till you make it, but start to really just care for yourself. And I love what Louise Hay used to talk about. She would practice this, looking in a mirror and saying, "I love you, Louise." And I've taught my clients to do that too. And it feels a little weird at first, but then you start to, after a while, it's like it does. It feels good to be able to say, "I love you," and know that you're loving yourself and you're loving God too, because you are a part of God.
That's a good point because when you realize, I mean, we have different ways of saying that. We use different words. You will say you're a child of God. I will literally say we are God. You
Hmm.
come from that place, if you look at yourself in the mirror, you will not see all those negative things you used to see,
Right.
how ugly you look, how fat you are, how whatever things you see in the mirror. When you
Right.
remember that, in essence, I am God, I'm part of God, I'm an expression of God. And
Yes.
is God
Yes.
ugly? Is the
Right.
divine, whatever names you are giving yourself, is the divine that actually is the universe, the things you are calling yourself. And
Yeah.
I think it's helpful to see it like that, to see yourself as I am not just the, short or tall or pink or blue person I'm seeing in
Hmm.
the mirror. I'm bigger than that. There is something about me that is bigger than what I see in the mirror. And
Yeah.
I can see that higher me or that bigger part of me that is above and beyond what I see in the mirror. I think when you look at yourself like that, you can value yourself and maybe watch out what you say or think about who you really are, because you are a divine being.
Absolutely. Yeah. My mom used to say, God doesn't make junk. So yeah, you are a treasure. You are a diamond. So treat yourself that way.
Awesome.
Yeah.
This I think this is a beautiful conversation that
Mhm.
will of course continue in the breakout room with our VIP audience. Again, just a reminder, if you want to be in our VIP audience next time we record this show, you will have to sign up to save your seat. We'll have a link available for you because we want you to be part of the conversation. We don't want to just talk to you anymore. We want you to
Mhm.
join us in the conversation, be with us, exchange, share what you have, ask your questions, and we are here to support you. So please, please, please sign up to be on the next live studio audience as our VIP guest. So thank you so much, Gloria. Before we leave, you have any final word anywhere people that are not in our VIP audience today that are watching this show? How can they reach out to you?
Oh, well, they can go to my website, which is gloriarand.com. And I would love to, continue the conversation. I'm also on all over social media. So if you look for Gloria Grace Rand, most likely you will find me there. So yeah, thank you so much again for inviting me on today to talk about this important subject.
Thank you so much, Gloria. Thank you for sharing your wisdom with us today. Thank you so much for watching the show. Again, we are here every first and third Friday of the month at 1:30 p.m. Pacific time, 4:30 p.m. Eastern time for absolute alignment with Crystal. When success feels easy, we are here to share easy but transformational and powerful tools that will transform your life from the inside out. So thank you so much for watching this show. I hope you have saved the date, and the link to be in our live studio audience as a VIP guest next time is available. We are really happy to have you as part of our audience. Thank you so much. See you on the next episode.